Two titans clashing in this one.
Oh my, BA, I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by imposing their will.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Now here's Williams. The 3 from Holmgren. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, the very definition of a stretch big, right? Chet Holmgren comes in with the reputation as a spacer.
Conley passes to Edwards. Williams against McDaniels. Randle outside. Over Holmgren. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Here's Hartenstein. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and over Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
We always know this has been a strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
It's Dort on the wing, guarded by Edwards. And it's Holmgren missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
For 3, Randle. Hartenstein pulls it in. The Thunder have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Williams. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
These are his first free throws of the game. The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
McDaniels finds Gobert. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Edwards for 3, connects from downtown.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Holmgren against Randle. Outside, Williams. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Pass to Holmgren. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Randle outside. It's Edwards on the wing. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, BA, when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
And Doris, you watch Anthony Edwards year to year, he just keeps reaching a new level.
He wants greatness badly. He's putting in the time, BA, to get there. Anthony Edwards, the shooting, the confidence, the leadership, everything's growing. He's now producing like an MVP. Look out, everybody. Here he comes. Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
Back to Conley. And he makes it on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall deciding where to go with it. The kick out to Conley. Fires from deep, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch and shoot game. All right, Mike.
Outside, Williams. A minute and a half left in the first quarter of the game. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot that time not on target. Good D by Gobert. And so Conley will bring it up for the T-Wolves. And that's a foul called on Isaiah Hartenstein. That's his first foul, and a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Now here's DiVincenzo. Clark outside. Pass to Randall. Three-pointer. Wallace pulls it in. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Caruso outside. Outside, Williams. Wiggins with a screen on Clark. 6 on the shot clock. Williams finds Wiggins. Shoots over Randall. Wiggins, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Randall outside. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. Misses from short range. Here's Williams. And that one hits the back iron. Minnesota has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Alexander Walker, the pass to Randall. Outside Reed. Outside, Alexander Walker. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 2, and we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the court for Minnesota, Gilgeous-Alexander Walker out there with Miller. Then it's Donte DiVincenzo. Then there's Edwards. And it's Reed in at the 5 down low. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Minnesota in the lead. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Outside Edwards. The three is up. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Wallace outside. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Now here's DiVincenzo. No made baskets yet.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Wiggins outside. Wallace outside. From the arc. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Edwards looking it over. Pass to Reed. And Williams over to help. For three, DiVincenzo. Williams grabs the board.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Back to Caruso. Wallace outside. There's a screen. Now here's Caruso. He shoots over DiVincenzo. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Caruso. And it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Minot. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. From deep, Holmgren. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Left side, Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Pass to Holmgren. Dort outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to the wing. Holmgren finds Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Bullseye! Chet hitting for 3.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Randall, the pass to McDaniels. Holmgren against Randall. Picked by Gobert. Fires the 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Oh, my goodness. What a response by Randall. Yes, you can make a 3. So can I.
Randall against Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. No good there. Some solid defense from Edwards. Minnesota leading by 5. Randall with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Outside Edwards. Back to Randall. Outside McDaniels. Offline with a 3. And Williams has got the ball here for the Thunder. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander on the assist from Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points. 1:14 left in the first half. Randall is screen on Dort. Here's Edwards. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Wallace, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Timberwolves also with a sub. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Edwards. There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Hartenstein passes to Williams. Back to Hartenstein. Wallace outside. Holmgren with a screen on Conley. 4 on the clock. Wallace, the pass to Holmgren. Puts the move on. Down low. Holmgren drops it in.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Randall, the pass to McDaniels. Launches it. Hartenstein pulls it in. Pass to Williams. Back to Wallace. Holmgren with it. Shoots over Randall. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Timberwolves ahead, up 1. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Chet Holmgren with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the group for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Here's Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. For the lead. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, the tremendous length at the guard spot that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander presents is a problem for a lot of defensive players.
That one drops. He ties it up. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. So it's Minnesota now. Now Conley. Pass to Edwards. Conley, a screen on Dort. Shot clock at 5. Here's Edwards. Oh, a sensational slam by Ant.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 10. And here's Holmgren. Now Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And the three-pointer goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
Out to the right wing. Holmgren against Randall. McDaniels from long range. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. McDaniels gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. It's a 1-point game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. The shot by Dort, no good. The Timberwolves shooting pretty well at 45%. Edwards finds Conley. Back to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Thunder pull it in. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds in the game. Dort with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Holmgren with it. And it's Gobert picking him up. Holmgren, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA on the move. McDaniels with some nice D.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Pass to Edwards. Now here's Conley. Here's Gobert. Williams defending. And they double up Gobert. Here's McDaniels. The kick out to Edwards. Second chance shot. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Edwards. Again, the miss by Edwards.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert. He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Edwards against Dort. Now here's Edwards. He's closely guarded. Edwards, no problem with the contact.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Williams on the wing. Outside for Dort. Caruso up top, covered by Alexander Walker. Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up. And the layup is good by Caruso. And the Thunder lead by 3. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Conley finds Randall. Outside, Alexander Walker. For 3, DiVincenzo. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Wallace outside. A minute 4 left in the third quarter. Gets the 3 ball to go.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And here's Conley. 5 points in the game. Hits the 3-pointer. Conley's got 8 points.
Mike Conley wanted to make sure the momentum was not swinging the other direction, so he answers with a 3.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Williams. The 3. Alexander Walker grabs a board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
Here's Conley. Can't cash in the 10-footer.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Here's Williams. Still no points. Williams, a screen on Randall. Some room here for Williams. Cash money on the open jump shot.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Oklahoma City ahead. They're up by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. We've got Naz Reid, Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Gilgeous-Alexander Walker, and it's Garza in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso, a screen on Edwards. Back to Wallace. DiVincenzo with the steal. Outside Edwards. Reid for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Reid's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. Now here's Wallace. He's covered closely. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Anthony Edwards.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
The first free throw is good. Williams is checked in for Jang. Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Both shots good from the stripe. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Outside Edwards. The 3-ball. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Pass to Wiggins. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Edwards, a pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Edwards. And he can't bank that one in.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Williams misses. Timberwolves trail by 4. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Outside, Alexander Walker. From outside the arc. Williams grabs the board. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now here's Wallace. They set a pick. Beyond the arc. Doesn't go for him. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And Edwards slams it in.
Man, that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams is checked in for Caruso, and it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reid. Randall comes in for Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Dagnall was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And so it's Minnesota with it after the basket by Oklahoma City. Pass to Edwards. Here's Gobert. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Just 5 on the clock. Outside McDaniels. Drains the triple.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Dort outside from deep. Fires in the triple. And the Thunder lead by 4.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. No luck on that one. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Up top, Holmgren. The shot. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Rejected by Holmgren. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. .127 left in the fourth quarter. Shot is off. He's 5 for 11 in this one. Outside Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. Outside McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Williams. McDaniels from long range. Drops in the 3. McDaniels got 6 here in the quarter.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Now here's Edwards to take the lead. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall pulls down the board. Pass to Edwards. Over Dort. It falls!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up play to make it happen.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look, if that's at all possible.
So it's Oklahoma City now. Hartenstein a screen. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And now we've got an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Couldn't have asked for anything better there. Only a 3 can tie it now.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from 3-point range. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
Williams misses. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.